Alright, what is up, guys? Um, so probably by the title and the thumbnail, I'm going over the pros and the cons of the Tactical Assault update. Came out August 14th, 2025. It included trenches, some body cam features, stuff like that. We'll be going over the pros of the entire update and the cons of the entire update, which is there's fair bit of cons. Update is V0.8.9. The update name is called Pacific Defense Forces. Brought the Trench Shootout map, Terrorist Hunt modifier, new cosmetics, and gameplay enhancement. Trench map is in PvP and is a shootout map, which I actually personally really love that it's a PvP. Um, it's I love that it is a PvP game because PvP needs more maps, mostly kind of better maps. There's good close quarters combat, but this is a really good close quarters combat game, which I think is really good. It also brought two different rifles. It brought the Type 20 and the FAL or the FAL. Um, the Type 20 is really good, but there's cons with the FAL that I will go over later. It brought the Terrorist Hunt modifier. So the Terrorist Hunt modifier switches the gameplay to just like pure enemy elimination. So you don't have a specific HVT or a high value target to go after, like Hammerfire, Sever Snake, stuff like that. Trident Lightning, all those maps, which I actually really like. If you have seen my gameplay within Ground Branch, I primarily, I don't think I have that many videos, but I primarily do it on Terrorist Hunt because you don't have to deal with all the problems of looking for a HVT, which I really like. There's less stress, and you can still coordinate it how you want and not have to look for a specific person, which I think is really good. The new cosmetics that they added were, I don't think they added a couple new ones. There's more cons with those, just like with the FAL, but I will go over that in a little bit. The customization is more of the good aspect of it. There's you can have you don't have to have a vest, you don't have to have a belt, you don't have to have a lot of things. You can take away all that stuff, and uh, in an upcoming video, I think you'll see me, or a video I actually already posted. You can have a beanie with no ear pro at all, which I love. It looks so good. You're gonna have hats without ear pro, all that. I do wish they added helmets without ear pro. I think that looks really cool. With some things, but yeah. They added new plate carriers, which I actually like, for the most part. I do wish they made the plate carriers a little bigger, just like some just like how you see in movies and stuff with like definitely if you're running a machine gun, like if there was a vest specifically for a machine gun, and make you look a little bit bulkier. I do think the character models right now look a little too skinny, and it would make it cool if it was like more bulkier, like you're actually like, carrying a bunch of equipment. It also brought a new optic, the aim.13 flip magnifier. I think I might have said that wrong, but it's like the 1.3 hollow sight, but it's with a red dot with the aim point. And I actually think it's really good. I do think the sight picture is a little hard to get because it's a little skinnier. It's a little bit more of a skinnier tube rather than the hollow sight, but it is really good for long range, and it does help getting your shots on target. The impact grenades are really good. I've run them a couple times, but it is still nice running timed thing like the normal grenades. Um, New footsteps. I saw leaks from Codex Tactical, or put his link down in the description. You go check him out. He's awesome. He does stuff on the leaks, the upcoming leaks of Tactical Assault. But when he showed some clips from that and the footsteps, I went ballistic. I thought it was so cool because I was talking with one of my buddies like a week or two before the update came out, and I was so ecstatic for the new sounds. Next thing is player collision. Player collision is awesome because it takes you out of the immersion when you are just clipping through someone when you're walking. New camera views. I think the new camera view is only the body cam. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's the only one they added. I do think it's really good, but when you have a plate carrier on, sometimes it sways in front of that body cam and it does get hard to see. But I think it is a really good idea, very good concept, but just needs to be tweaked a little bit so that doesn't happen. Another thing they added was quality of life improvements. So one of them is sniper rifles now display a kill distance message beyond 10 meters. So if you shoot someone beyond 10 meters and you kill them, then it pops up and shows where they're at, which I love so much. Another quality of life was muzzle flashes and environmental effects update. Now, personally, I haven't seen it as much. I have heard it though. So if you're playing in a bigger map, like Hammerfire or Sever Snake, in like PvP, the long distance gunshots sound so good. They sound way better than they were before, and they sound muffled, which is awesome. It just makes it sound really cool. I love it so much. Back with the new trench map, I actually really love to see a shootout map in PvP because like games like Call of Duty, which I haven't really shown on my channel because I'm more into the Milsim side of things, but games like Call of Duty and some game modes in Battlefield, they have close quarters kind of stuff that moves fast and stuff like that, and that's what shootout primarily is it's close quarters, just getting overrun with a bunch of different types of enemies like heavy armored and stuff like that. It is really fun to see that in Tactical Assault because you can play a fast-paced PvP game, and before it was on like Hammerfire and Sever Snake where it would be more, it would take a while to get to someone and kill them, which I love. Don't get me wrong, I love doing that. I love playing it really tactically, doing different maneuvers to counteract an enemy's position. But having a shootout map in PvP makes it so much fun. Like the trench, especially, not knowing what's around that corner. It could be anybody, but it's so unbelievably fun. Moving on to the cons. One of the biggest cons that I heard as soon as I got back on the game after the update was a lot of things that the makers of Tactical Assault put out there was mainly for a DLC. So like the apartments and the favelas. The favelas isn't even out yet. I don't know if you've seen people already on YouTube have posted videos of the DLC that's coming out. It's the SWAT DLC update. There's like 3 maps out already for that DLC, and one of them that is not out is the favelas, which I think is so cool. It is such a cool map, but it is not out and it's not for free. So that SWAT update that everyone was so excited for wasn't free, even though it was shown by that. Now that could be, it could have not been shown as that. It could have just been the media showing it as that. So people could have gotten their hopes up and had a different outcome. But I do think that Tactical Assault should have said more about that this is going to be mainly DLC based and have some of the cool aspects like I've mentioned previously, but it's going to be mainly DLC based. And I do understand that because the creators do need to make money off of this. This is it's got a good population of people and it's still a growing game, so it could make a lot of money, and I see that side of it. But a lot of its community wants more free, which is very greedy. But you know, maybe next time market it that it's going to be mainly DLC based. Now some of the other cons is this has been ongoing for a while, but I have seen a little bit. It's hard to explain my reasoning for this, but I have seen this recently too, is the AI. So as I've seen in the room randomizer mostly, is when you are clearing a room and there's someone on the other side of a wall, like a complete wall, they'll start shooting at you even though you haven't opened a door or you haven't exposed yourself at all. So they'll start shooting at you through the wall. Now, not all the times they'll kill you, but it does. It kind of gives away where you're at. Now, it would be nice if there was more aspects for that to be. It would be nice if there was something to take that away, so they won't shoot through a wall. So you can take things more stealthily, more quiet, stuff like that. Now, what I want to compare that to is Operator. So an Operator, when you are doing a night mission and you cut off the power to a certain building, they can't see you. So sometimes they're taking shots in the dark at where they think you are. I wish they had that in Tactical Assault VR. I don't know, you've probably seen, if you've been subscribed to me for a while, I posted an Operator video a while back. It was just like Operator gameplay, but you can see how I walked into the middle of a room, but since I cut that power off, they couldn't see me, and I could kill them with ease, and it was very, very simple. Now I wish that was in Tactical Assault, because I would love to do stuff way more stealthily and smooth and stuff like that. And back on the topic of the DLC, I think the DLC is awesome. I think it's awesome. I've seen a bunch of videos on it already of the DLC that's coming out tomorrow as of recording this. I think it looks so cool. I'm so excited to get it. But I think a lot of the community and a lot of the people that got on after the update, the Pacific Defense Force update, a lot of people that got on after that were super excited to see to see and play what they saw. So I think it should be announced more. Like I'm just reiterating this. Like I said before, it should be announced and shown and said that this is going to be DLC based. Another con is the FAL, or the FAL, like I was talking about earlier, had cons. It also was releasing with the update. Now, I honestly, in my personal opinion, I thought that was a little pointless, because you're already releasing another gun that was mentioned. You're already releasing that. Why not release the other one? And if you buy the DLC, you're getting that one gun. We were still getting all the other things. So I think if it should just be both. But I do understand. And another thing with the cons, like I said earlier, some of the cosmetics, there's a lot of cons with them, is so many were a part of the DLC. So many things about the update was the DLC. It didn't really add much other than the terrorist hunt, the trench, and the gun, really, and some sounds and stuff. But that is just quality of life stuff, which I'm still very thankful for. But it was so many things. It was, I think it was maybe 5 new maps, a gun, a bunch of cosmetics. It was helmets. It was shirts. It was outfit, like like the long sleeve, short sleeve stuff. It was camos. It was badges. It was patches. It was all that stuff that everyone was looking forward to, and it was all a part of the DLC. And they only took a small fraction of that and put it into what the public, the media public gets to see, or the media community gets to see. But I do understand it was their decisions, what they thought. I'm not I don't work with them. I don't work for them. So it's not really my say what they do. It's what I feel the community understands, or what the community feels on this update. And it's just, if they see this, just something to put out there for maybe future reference. But I think that's gonna about do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I want to give a shout out to, I think it's Red Dead Lover. He was a part of this background footage in PvP. He is a really cool guy. I would go check him out. I'll leave his channel down in the description. Thanks to Codex Tactical for the inspo for this video. Really love that guy. I'll also put his down in the description. And thanks to everybody that was in this PvP video that's in the background. They're honestly a huge help in all of this. And yeah, that's about do it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.